All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. All right. And as I was scrolling through the internet, I found this article and I found it kind of interesting. Okay. And it's from CNBC and it says Federal Reserve. Powell squashes the possibility that the Fed will develop its own digital currency. Okay. So for the longest, we've been speculating, in the spirit that they was going to make a digital currency. That's what the Fed app was for and everything else. All right. Now, here it is. Jerome Powell saying that you can squash that notion or possibility that the Fed will develop its own digital currency. All right. So does that mean it's over? No. All right. As we're going to go on to read, it says Fed Chair Jerome Powell asserted Tuesday that the central bank will develop, let me read that again. Fed Chair Jerome Powell asserted Tuesday, today is Wednesday, okay? So that was yesterday. It said that the central bank will not develop its own digital currency as long as he is in charge. That's the key word or the key phrase, as long as he is in charge. So if Elon Musk, along with Donald J. Trump, start doing some in-house sweeping and they get rid of the Fed or get rid of Jerome Powell, you know what that entails. That entails that they're getting ready to bring forth this cryptocurrency, okay? Because Jerome Powell is telling in himself or in his words is telling that what? He's saying as long as I'm on the board, as long as I'm chairman of the Federal Reserve, there will be no cryptocurrency or digital currency as long as he is in charge, ending several years of speculation. Right, so this is very telling within itself, okay? Because if they get rid of Federal Chair Jerome Powell, that lets you know what step they're getting ready to move forward to, okay? And they've already been trying to get rid of this guy, all right? So he could be, spilling the beans or, putting the writing on the wall to let you know. It says, over the years, multiple officials have raised concerns, with most saying there was no obvious need for a CBDC, which is central bank digital currency, and citing concerns over privacy and other issues. And this is a picture of Jerome Powell, the U.S. Federal Reserve Chair. Jerome Powell, as you see in this photo right here, is testifying before a Senate Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs Committee hearing on the semi-annual monetary policy report to the Congress at Capitol Hill in Washington, U.S., February 11, 2025, okay, which was yesterday. Today is February 12th. So that's the image of Mr. Jerome Powell, which says as long as he's chairman of the U.S. Federal Reserve, there will be no digital currency, okay? So guess what? If they remove him from off the chair, you can look forward to them pushing that crypto or that digital currency. So it says Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell asserted Tuesday that the central bank will not develop its own digital currency as long as he is in charge, okay? That's the gray area, all right? You got to watch how they word this, okay? They're not saying that it's not impossible. They're saying as long as he is in charge and he is expendable, they can get rid of him, all right? they can look at him and his title or his duty as, not being efficient under this Doge Department of Government Efficiency ran by Elon Musk. He can get rid of him, and say we can bring in someone else, all right? Or we can get rid of the Federal Reserve altogether and just go crypto or whatever digital asset they're going to use. So it says, ending several years of speculation whether the Fed would join some of its global counterparts, including China, in developing a formal cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or its many peers. Powell said during a Senate hearing that the project would not go forward. And as we already read earlier, he stated under his watch, as long as he's the Fed, as long as he's the chair of the Fed, it will not go forward. Or so he says, okay? And it's nothing to get rid of him, okay? They got rid of Fauci, they'll get rid of Powell, okay? They can downgrade, downsize, remove him, get rid of it. They got 4 years to get it moving, to get it done, okay? So let's go ahead and get a couple of precepts and let's take it from there. All right, we are in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, and we're going to start at verse 3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety. So here we have Jerome Powell that says under his watch, as long as he's the chairman of the U.S. Federal Reserve, there will be no digital currency. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right. So here it is, what they telling you what they're not going to do. And then, hey, the Most High make moves. The Most High turn the hearts of the kings whithersoever he will, and have Trump to put in some type of, provision or legislation or executive order that abolish the Federal Reserve or bring forth the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, or something happens and he is no longer able to serve on the board, guess what? That could make room for the digital currency to come into place, all right? And what else? We know that that chip is going to be part of it, okay? We know that that chip is going to have some form of aspect of the digital currency on it, because why? You're going to have to buy and sell with it. Okay, more than likely it's going to have your passport, your medical records on it, and everything else. Okay, so this may be the end of this banking system. All right, and the beginning of the new banking system under the mark of the beast, the micro CHIP, ushering itself in. Okay, and Jerome Powell may just be putting the writing on the wall, whether he knows it willingly or not, okay? So it says, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. See, they're not going to be able to try to wait out the prophecies of the Most High. Well, let's go there and read that Romans 9. Okay, this is Romans 9 and verse 20, because they could try to do whatever they think they can do to stop this prophecy from being fulfilled, but they're going to fail miserably. They will not escape. This is Romans 9 and 20. It says, nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Right, so this is the Most High's program, man, all right? You can't go against these prophecies, all right? You don't have all the time in the world, but the Most High does, man. He's the Ancient of Days, okay? He sees the time from a perspective you will never be able to see it from, all right? So you don't know what you're going to do, okay? Under your watch, there will be no federal or no digital currency. Well, it's nothing to the Most High to remove you from off the face of this earth, or to remove you from out of your position of power, or whatever, to bring in this currency, this digital currency. It says, verse 21, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel into honor and another into dishonor? And the answer is yes. Okay, the potter being the Most High, he has the power over the clay being the man. In this particular situation, is talking about the Israelites and the Edomites. Okay, the Israelites are likened unto honor, and the Edomites are likened unto dishonor. Okay, what is the Most High willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? And that's the only reason why y'all still hanging around to this day, because y'all was designed and created for vessels fitted for destruction. Okay, you're going to usher in this new world order, and then the Most High is going to take you out, man. By what? Sending his only begotten son, Yahushua. All right. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which are who? The Israelites, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says, with which he had afore prepared unto glory. You see, so this was already written aforehand. Okay, this was already played out in the spiritual realm. It's just now coming to the physical realm to be played out. All right, and you going, and that micro CHIP will be made mandatory. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay. This is Isaiah 55 and verse 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. You see? So everything that's written in this book will come to pass. Thus saith the Lord, man. All right? Who are you? But, old man, you don't get to dictate how these prophecies are going to play out. See, and that's the pride of Esau Edom, man. Thinks that he can outwit or out-prophesy the prophecies, man. As long as I'm in charge, as long as I'm on the chair, there will be no digital currency. Okay? Well, as it says in St. Matthew, the 12th chapter, by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. Okay? It's nothing for the Most High to remove you from off that chair, man. And what? Bringing something or someone that'll let the digital currency come to pass, man. Okay? All we got to do as servants of the Most High is continue to be patient and have faith, okay? No matter what the situation looks like. It could be looking like there's no chance in, way, there's no chance, no way that the chip is going to be made mandatory. And all of a sudden, a major crisis or incident can happen that could fast track it to coming that we could never have, seen. All right? All we got to do is just continue to be faithful and have patience, man. No matter how bad Esau Edom tries to throw off, prophecy and try to throw dates out there and try to throw things out there to discourage the brothers to not. No, man, the brothers going to keep going, man. Okay? And we already understand the cost that we had to factor in when we came into this truth, man. All right? When you put the cost that you had to factor into when you come into this truth, you already know. All right? You have to give your life for this. All right? So guess what? We don't care how much you try to throw off prophecy. We got to be faithful until the end. Okay? So we'll keep preaching this word all the way into the end. Abaratasa, Father will, man. All right? And it's going to be a blessing to see our enemies fall, as it says. And I believe that's Sirach. Okay? It's a blessing to see your enemies fall. Okay? So that's going to be it. We ain't going to take too much long. We're going to wrap it up, close out in 1 Peter 5 and 8. And that's going to be about it. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. See, you got to continue to watch, because this is enough to deter or throw the average Jake off. That's a season or just, seasonal here one day, gone the other, so-called, Israelite, because we are Israelites, but, so-called in the sense that they just want to be an Israelite when it's popular, okay? But you gotta be, this is 24/7, man, okay? You gotta be awake 24/7, all right? You can't go to sleep and then wake up 5 days later, or 5 weeks later, or 5 months later, or 5 years later. You done missed a whole lot. Trying to catch up, that's gonna be damn near impossible, man. See? So we are not as those that go to sleep, man. All right? We staying on our watch, okay? We keeping our eyes peeled, man. All right? Because we know this devil, man. He's slick like that. All right? He'll say one thing and then pop up and do something totally different. So this is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 6. It reads, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So we gonna keep an eye, man. All right, we know, hey, these devils ain't got too much more time, man. All right, and a lot of them up there in their 50s and 60s and 70s, man. So guess what? They got to get ready to pull that trigger, all right? They can't keep pump faking, thinking that they can keep throwing out dates and then retracting them and throwing out. No, they're going to have to come with it, man. All right? They're going to have to come with it, because why? They want to see their enterprise. But little do they know, they're not going to be able to see it all the way through. All right? But these wicked elites, man, they got to come with it, man. All right? Because their time is running out. All right? And we going to see, man. We going to see how long they can hold out for. All right? Because they can't outdo the Ancient of Days, man. All right? He is the Ancient of Days. Before time, he existed. All right? So they don't stand no chance, man. Okay? And he's controlling everything. All right? Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's going is of the Lord. All right? He's controlling everything on both sides. All right? We just got to pray that he keeps the Holy Spirit on us and he doesn't remove it from off of us, and that what? We can endure and, through long suffering, exhibit patience. Okay? Because that's all this is, man. We just got to continue to be patient. So Matthew 20:24 says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? All right. See, these Edomites, they too damn proud, man. They think they got free will when they don't even know, man. They are being orchestrated to do whatever it is they doing by the will of the Heavenly Father, man. He's working on the minds of these people, man. All right. He got the left-hand side and the right-hand side. All right. He's working on the minds of them. Proverbs 21 and I was right there. I should have went to the right. Proverbs 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Right. So he's the one that's making them say these things. He's the one that's making them think that they got all the answers and they'll never use a digital currency. You see? But little do they know, man, he's just using them for his purpose or will, and then he's going to discard them at the end. All right? After those 1,000 years, they are no longer needed. Their service is done. They're going to be exterminated. All right? So just stay locked in, man. All right? Stay locked in. We here. No need to faint and get weary, man. You got to continue to stay, locked in and continue to keep it moving. So 1 Peter 5 and 8 says what? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right. So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.